Here we are, our regular stomping ground lately. The dove stones. Gonna do the good old birch and loop. Bit of a difference today though. I am testing out my brand new pair and the overall brand new OMM Fell Shoe. Done a few K of them already, first time I've worn them. First impressions are pretty good. I like them. Just a fairly gentle bit around yeoman hay, slightly felly I suppose. But yeah, all I've worn for years is Solomon's. Solomon Speed Cross, love Speed Cross. I think they're really grippy. A lot of confidence for the descents. There's something about the stack, the drop. I can roll my ankle so easily in a Speed Cross if I take my eye off the ball for a minute. So then I went down to, or cross I suppose I should say, to Thundercross, Solomon Thundercross. Love that shoe. Really stable, great ground feel. Do some long races in them. But I've done about 600k on them. And the treads are a bit too worn down for me. I'm a pretty big guy, aren't I? 90 odd kilos. I need some good lugs. I slapped it running here the other day with Bridget. It's going down Ashway in the dark. Both feet washed out. Crap my back and my head on the floor. Lucky it wasn't rocky. So, thought time for a new pair. But I knew these were coming out. Just take a moment's look at those lugs. So it's an 8mm lug. The sole is a wave pattern. So at certain points, the lugs are actually 11mm, which is massive. It's like my truck tyres. And the lugs also have mini lugs. I'm going to be honest, they feel really grippy so far. Really grippy. So we're going to head up that way. We'll get onto birching, see what they're like on wet rock. And then we'll take it from there. We're on quite a stony track now. And I wasn't sure how they were going to feel, because obviously they're not as cushioned as, say, the Speed Cross. I've tried innovators in the past and I really hate them. They're too firm. End up getting shooting nerve pain in them. These feel good. I think they've only got a quarter rock plate in the toes, under the heel. Under the heel, man, under the ball of your foot. So far, nothing spiky's hurt me. Got through. I'm still running with that fractured foot. So far, the comfort's all right. Felt all right there, pretty grippy. Bit of a slip on the algae, but my goodness, everything slips on algae. So I do feel comfortable. I was wondering, my ankles' heels feel very high in the back of the shoe. Now I wasn't sure if that was going to be a problem. Let's see what they're like in water and on wet rock. They've got a really nice mesh on the toe box, which should let water, which is going to let water in, obviously. Oh yeah, full of water. Then you can see all that water squeezing straight out. How cool is that? It's a great shoe for getting wet and then allowing all that water to squeeze out. Alright, a bit more proper fell now. Put these shoes through their proper paces. So far, I'm really impressed with them. Now I am getting a bit of fatigue, I suppose, is the right word for it, in my midfoot. Now I can't decide if I've just not got these shoes done up tightly enough, or it's because they're a more minimal drop, which is forcing me to run, dare I say, properly a bit more. So forcing me to toe midfoot strike. Undecided. I might actually need to tighten them up though. It's the first time I've had laces on a shoe in years. Like proper laces, I mean. Obviously with Solomon's it's all about the speed lace system. So I was talking before about the heel feeling a bit high. Now I don't know if the shoe just gripped the bog or a bit of bog gripped the shoe. So my heel did nearly lift out. But again, they eventually have the laces tied off. I'm not sure. On that though, I will say, they grip. My gosh, these lugs on lugs really grip. I do wonder what the longevity will be like on them though. Longer term, obviously. It's very abrasive, this grit up there. Like I say, my last pair of Solomon Thundercross and also my Speed Cross, I've run about 600 plus K and they're really worn down. So I'll have to see how these compare in the longer term. I was just having a little look down at my feet when I was running there. I don't know if the video will be picking up on it, but these shoes, from like a biomechanical point of view, my foot is working and moving how a foot should work when you're running. It feels very natural. Doesn't feel like I'm going to roll away. It's really cool. So I'm getting on now, as my kids will tell you. It's been many years since I wore football boots. This is like where I studied football boots. They're so grippy. They're amazing. They just dig in. Something I haven't touched on yet, and I meant to earlier, is the packaging for these shoes. I love it. I'll post some pictures in the video. The liner, the paper liner, the wrapper is of an OMM stage. Just thought it was a nice touch. And a lovely note on the box. Don't run flat. Love it. What's the point of running on the flat? This is my idea of a flat run. Absolutely loving this shoe. Really good shoe. Very grippy. Very fun. Right, let's test the shoe going down now. That's what it's really made for, isn't it? Gonna go down Foxstone. I'm not sure I dare film and run at the same time. It's probably a recipe for disaster. So I'll run down and I'll do a bit of a debrief at the bottom. Huge grin on my face. Huge grin. Just bombed it down Foxstone. That is one of my favourite descents in the area, I've got to be honest. I was a little bit tentative at first on the rock. New shoe, not really sure how it's going to react. I've got to say though, that was absolutely brilliant. These things, with those massive lugs, they inspire so much confidence. Great shoe. My foot did feel a bit loose in them, so I think I need to circle around with the lacing system a little bit, get a little bit tighter. Otherwise though, massive grin on my face. Love that. We'll have to see how they do longer term, but otherwise, absolutely great shoe. Loving them.